Hi everyone, today we're at Ravenston and we're doing the autumn varroa treatment, and as I said in the blog, it's recommended that you should rotate the treatments that you use to stop the bees building up a resistance. So what I'm going to do is at Ravenston I'm going to use this stuff called Apivar, and at School End we're going to use something different called Apistan. And it's a fairly easy thing to administer, but I need to take the roof off and the crown board, so I'll just stop the camera, then we can move it up a bit closer so you can see what's going on. Okay, I've taken the frame out of here, just put it here, just to give a little bit of room to work in here. Now, the strips look like this. They're plasticky things, they come in pairs. You tear them off like that, and what you do is you just prise the frames apart very slightly, just to give enough space to get the strips in. They were a bit pissy this morning, the bees, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit. Everything's a bit screwed up as well. Okay, so what happens with these things is that plastic strip, the treatment is impregnated in the plastic. There's a little hook type thing you can see on the side there, and the idea is that you put it down in there, the hook stops it from falling down, and you push the get the other one. They have to be 2 frames apart. Slide it in like that, and that's it. There's nothing more complicated than that. Push the frames back up together again. Get this frame, put it back again. Put the crown ball back on. And that is it. What goes on. And that will stay there now for 6 weeks, and then take it off, and that's it until the winter treatment has to be done. We'll now have a look at the other type of treatment you can give, Apistan, and that will be done up at School End. We're at School End to do the varroa treatment, the autumn varroa treatment. In the last little video I think I kept referring to Apistan, which is not what we're going to use. We're going to use this stuff called Apigard. Everything being related begins with Apis, Apistan, Apigard, Apivar, Apimeals, all sorts of different things. So the job today won't take very long, is just to put one of these trays on, and I will just move the camera a little closer so you can see what's going on. Okay, I've taken the crown board off, obviously. A lot of bees on top of the frames. There's a lot of bees down there underneath the crown board, and they're very calm indeed, very calm indeed. I've given them just a little puff of smoke just to just keep them out of the way for the time being, and we will put on the the appy stand, whatever it's called. Just one little thing. Can you see her? That's there. See, she's got some blobs of pollen on her legs, bless her. So Queenie's still laying, Buzz, looks of it. Although she's probably slowed down. Anyway, the tray of stuff is this. It's a sort of a pasty, a bit like wallpaper paste, slightly sort of gritty, has thymol in it, whatever that is, and all you need to do is just put it on there in the middle of the frame, hive rather, sorry, and the bees will try and get rid of it, and they'll spread it around the hive, and hopefully it'll knock the mites back. Now, I can't put the crown wool back on top, obviously, because it will squash this thing. So what you need to use is this thing here, which is just a little sort of spacer, which you put on top of the hive like that. So it just gives you a bit of space to put it in. This thing is called an eek. Which is like the noise people are supposed to make when they see a mouse, EKE. It's an old beekeeping thing, and it's just a way of just getting a little bit of extra space to put things on. So now, getting the bees up, look at them, lovely and calm. It's a nice day today, it's a bit cool, but they're fine. So all I need to do now is just put this back on top, and that's it. He says knocking it off. So that will stay on there for a couple of weeks, come down again, take that off, and put another one on, which will go on for 2 weeks, and then that is it until the winter comes and we do the oxalic acid stuff. So that's it. Actually, that's not it at all. There's something else I'm going to do. This time of year, as I'm sure you know, there are lots of wasps around, and wasps can attack a beehive and potentially kill it off completely. So what you do is, to help the bees a little bit, defend the hive, you put on an entrance reducer. There are bees whose job it is to defend the hive, and they will be sort of along here somewhere. But if wasps get into full gear, then it becomes very difficult for them. So what you use is this entrance reducer. As it stands, obviously the entrance is open from one end of the hive to the other. You can put this thing on, just a little bit of wooden insert, and it reduces the entrance to, as you can see there. So it takes about 2/3 of the entrance away. Now if the wasps are extremely determined, you can turn the thing around, put it that way around rather. You can see the very small hole, that is just wide enough for 2 bees to get in, which makes it easier to protect the hive. So when I go around, I think some of them got them on already, but I will put them on all of the hives. It doesn't matter too much, this time of year, things are quietening down a little bit, and I can just squeeze it in, push it in, oops, and there we are.